to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Hello and welcome back to the main event press conference. This Saturday night at the Etihad Arena, live on DAZN around the world, we have one of the best fights in boxing. The beginning of the Champion Series, the start of a new era of boxing here in Abu Dhabi with Matchroom Boxing, the DCT. It's quite incredible to think that when the WBA ordered this fight, it was just 8 weeks ago that we concluded this deal. The work that has gone in to Fight Week, the work that has gone into the preparation of this fight, this is just the start of a long-term partnership between Matchroom and DCT to change the face of boxing here. As I said earlier, from grassroots, inspiring the younger generation to participate in the great sport of boxing, to developing the amateur scene, world champions, Olympic champions from this region, opportunities for professional fighters to flourish on the global scene, and bringing some of the best fight nights, the best fighters here to Abu Dhabi. In my opinion, this will become a premier destination for boxing, and I can't thank the DCT, everybody in Abu Dhabi for their help, their support. We're going to have an incredible crowd on Saturday night in the Emirates Arena, the Etihad Arena, sorry, an incredible atmosphere, and we cannot wait to get underway. Firstly, I want to go over to the golden boy himself, legend of the sport of boxing, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar. I said earlier, you know, and I've seen you be very vocal on social media the last 24 hours, we're just not getting some of the great fights in boxing. But on Saturday night, we are getting them, and we should really celebrate this tremendous fight.
Sure. No, absolutely. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate it. First of all, Saleh Mohammed, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the opportunity for having us. Abu Dhabi, Matchroom Boxing, DAZN, obviously. We appreciate your support and your platform, which is bringing the global sport, the sport that we all love, two gladiators, the best at 175, live from Abu Dhabi. Doesn't get any better than this. Zurdo Ramirez took the hard road, the long road. He had to fight two eliminators to get to this position. Zurdo Ramirez is a fighter who is undefeated, a fighter who is hungry, a fighter who is going to show you exactly what Mexican boxing is all about here in Abu Dhabi. And that's why everyone should be excited against a fighter in Bivol who is excellent. I love Bivol. His style is bar none one of the best in the business. I believe that Bivol, coming off a tremendous win against Canelo, another Mexican superstar, in his last fight, was a tremendous showing. He did a great job. But I do have to say that Zurdo Ramirez is no Canelo. Zurdo Ramirez is a fighter who throws punches and bunches, a fighter who is big and strong and heavy and southpaw, and who is going to be very active. So this is the opportunity of a lifetime for Zurdo Ramirez. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for boxing to be on the big stage and show the world what Abu Dhabi is, show the world what big-time boxing is. And Eddie, yes, to show the world that promoters can come together and stage the big fights. I was pretty active last night on social media, but for a reason, because we need these big fights to happen. And so I'm very proud of Bivol. I'm very proud of Zurdo Ramirez for fighting each other, for showing the world and the fans across the globe that fighters are not afraid of each other. Fighters are willing to fight the very best. It's the people behind the scenes that must stand up and show up and make sure that we give the fans the best fights possible. So thank you, DAZN, again. Thank you, Abu Dhabi, and thank you, Eddie Hearn. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Oscar, and thank you as well to Eric Gomez, Robert Diaz, your great team at Golden Boy as well, for all their work in putting this fight together. We go over to DMITRY BIVOL's manager, Vadim Kornilov. Vadim, I guess when we talk about fighters and their journeys and their humble beginnings, we should also remember how hard you guys and World of Boxing have worked to get DMITRY BIVOL in this position. For many years, as a fighter fighting internationally, particularly in the US market, you guys have been hustling, sometimes taking the short end to get him to the position that you believed he deserved to be in. And you always believed that if he got the opportunity, he would go on and deliver. He did that, of course, on Cinco de Mayo against Canelo Alvarez. We now see DMITRY BIVOL on the pound-for-pound list. Probably more pressure on him than this fight than ever before because he is a star now. But we feel as a team that there are many more levels to see from DMITRY BIVOL.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Yes, 100%. Any fighter has to go through a very long road to get to the top. And as a team, it's been part of our strategy to make sure that we look at the end goal and we don't, look at this at every point of the way. It's kind of looking at having a vision of what's at the end. And I appreciate that, you guys have always been there for us. And, basically most of DMITRY's career, Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, Frank Smith have been a big part of this, and the entire team. World of Boxing, RCC Boxing, main events. There's been many promoters and many entities involved, and it's always been our view that we all work as a team, and we all just try to get to the end point. And DMITRY and I just spoke about this a couple of days ago. This is probably going to be the first fight where DMITRY is going to be having most of the arena back him and root for him in this fight. And I think that's the new level that he got to from the last fight, and I think it adds a lot of responsibility. And we've been thinking about that and making sure that that doesn't affect him in any way. Other than that, we just wanted to also mention that we've been here for a month now. Abu Dhabi feels like home. Just everything that all of the people, Mr. Saleh and everybody who's been involved, Matchroom as well, everything that's been done for us. We don't want to leave. It's been very welcoming. Cobra Gym as well. It's just a pleasure being here and having camp here, and everything went very smoothly. I appreciate that very much. Other than that, I want to thank Gilberto Ramirez, Oscar De La Hoya, and his team. This fight has been cooking up some time. It's been back and forth conversations and talk and press. And this Saturday night, hopefully the fireworks will come for Abu Dhabi and everybody involved. I really hope it will be an exciting fight. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Vadim. Yeah, I think important to stress as well that DMITRY BIVOL has been here for 1 month, came for the press conference, loved what he saw, and returned virtually straight away to have most of his camp here in Abu Dhabi. And obviously, our job as part of our partnership with DC is to show the world on a global platform how great it is in Abu Dhabi. But I think I speak from my heart, from DMITRY's heart, from Zerdo's heart as well. This has been an incredible journey and experience for us to be here, to operate in here, to stage events here, to come to rest, relax, train. Truly one of the great destinations worldwide. So thank you to everybody in Abu Dhabi, the DCT, and everybody that's helped be part of this journey for us so far. We go to the fighters. Zerdo Ramirez, you have a great team of people here from Golden Boy and from the gym. For a long time, we've seen you looking to become a two-time, two-division world champion, 44 wins, no defeats. The whole of Mexico behind you on Saturday night. Your time to make history. You truly believe you are crowned WBA light heavyweight champion of the world on Saturday night.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Eddie. And I really believe that I can become two-time world champion this Saturday. And I want to say thank you, thank God, thank Oscar, everyone to be here, my team, all the press media, and the DMITRY BIVOL team too, for make the fight happen. And it's exciting for me to came from Mazatlan, Mexico, and be here in Abu Dhabi, and same weather. I feel like at home, and I've been training hard for this fight, and I will take the belt this Saturday. That's for sure. 44 try, 44 fail, and I mean it's exciting. I hope that the people enjoy the fight, because this is the type of the fight that the fan they have to see for boxing.
Obviously, we know the heart, the excitement in Mexico. You're already a big star there, but this fight seen globally, a lot of people are going to be tuning in from Mexico and across America as well. A big opportunity for you to become one of the big pound-for-pound stars in boxing.
Well, right now I just see like become two-time world champion. I don't see like become a boxing star. It's like my goal is like become two-time world champion, and eventually to continue to my legacy and be a legend. That's my goal. That's what I'm to give for all the people, for the fans, and all the kids to believe themselves that everything that you can do, like you want to do, you can do it.
And finally, I know that support will be there in huge numbers from Mexico at the weekend. I think maybe just a few words in Spanish to your Mexican fans that will be tuned into this stream right now and who will be cheering you on. Some in the arena on Saturday night as well, but particularly at home in Mexico.
Yes, of course. Muchas gracias a toda la gente por el apoyo. No se pierdan la pelea, noviembre 5. Me voy a convertir el próximo campeón del mundo. Dedicarle esta pelea a todos los mexicanos, a los latinos sobre todo. Y arriba México, cabrones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger on Saturday night, Zurdo Gilberto Ramirez. DMITRY BIVOL, the champion, 175-pound WBA light heavyweight champion. Life has changed for you. Maybe you don't feel it, you don't see it. I know you're still the same man, but all of a sudden you become a target. For many years you've been the hunter. You're now the hunted, pound-for-pound star, world champion. And on Saturday night, the biggest night of your career so far, I would say, even beyond the Canelo Alvarez fight, things change for you, and a big opportunity here in Abu Dhabi to defend your world championship belt.
Hello, everybody. I want to say, first of all, thank you to Abu Dhabi government, Department of Tourism and Culture for this opportunity for me to introduce boxing in Abu Dhabi. Thank you to you, Eddie, and Gilberto Ramirez and his team, everyone who involved in this fight. Thank you, my team. I really have a big trip to get this belt, and I don't want to leave it. You know, I will fight for this, and I want to keep it, and I want more. I feel I have something inside of me which I need to realize and be happy to the end of my career. And what about this camp? I had 3 locations everywhere. I had a great camp, and the last location, it was Abu Dhabi. I'm here since September 27th, and I feel like I had everything what I need for training. And when I thought about resting, I had everything for rest here too. And when I met some people in the gym, in the mall where I was working, and they were really happy. I thought it's only me, because people were very welcoming to me and my team, but no, the people welcoming to every tourist here, and it's good. I'm looking forward to Saturday night, and I believe it will be exciting fight, and Abu Dhabi will make more boxing fights, and maybe boxing will be the main sport in Abu Dhabi. It will be great. I hope it will be, because this is my favorite sport in the world. I want to be everywhere, and people knows this sport. It's great. And thank you, everyone.
Just the final question to you, Dimitri, and your English is amazing, by the way. Well done, it's incredible. Over the years, you've been looking for these opportunities. We saw some footage of you recently as a young boy, sparring with dreams to become world champion, to become a great in the sport of boxing. Now that you are there, now that you are on the pound for pound list, now that you have beaten the pound for pound #1, now that you are boxing worldwide and filling arenas around the world, is the fire still just as strong in your heart that it was when you were that young boy in the gym? You love this sport. This is just the beginning, but you want this just as much now than you did back then.
Of course, when people say me, "Oh, you achieve everything," it's like they put the water on my fire. And I try to think about only my dream, to realize my all potential. And I try to be hungry and angry every time and be focused on trainings, on my opponents. And I try to think about that this Saturday night, it will be hardest fight in my career. It makes me more focused on the fight.
Well, thank you, Dimitri. An incredible champion, WBA light heavyweight champion against the challenger, 44-0, former super middleweight world champion, Gilberto Ramirez. Again, just to echo Oscar's words, this incredible sport sometimes gets starved of tremendous matchups. On Saturday night, we should celebrate not just the start of this incredible journey in Abu Dhabi, but one of the best fights in boxing. Two undefeated fighters that had no problem fighting each other. And I believe you will see one of the fights of 2022 this Saturday in the Etihad Arena, and one of the cards of the year as well. As I said, incredible crowd expected at the Etihad Arena. Tomorrow we will weigh in at the Cafe Del Mar. Wait till you see everything down there. The whole week has been a breath of fresh air for boxing. Just the beginning of this incredible journey. We look forward to seeing you at the weigh-in tomorrow, and of course on Saturday night at the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi, and live and exclusive on DAZN all around the world. Thank you so much for your support. The fighters will face off now and they'll be available to the media, and we look forward to an incredible next couple of days. Thank you to everybody for your support. We cannot wait for an incredible night and the world to see on Saturday night. Thank you.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.